Hi everyone, it's Orit Esther from OraEmunaEnergy.com and DailyDoseOfEmuna.com, energy practitioner and author of the Turnaround book series. And I'm very excited to further explain the depths and the transformation that, God willing, all participants joining the upcoming Healing Hearts program starting April 8th, right after Pesach, taking us through the Omer weeks, the weeks of developing into our true self. I'm very, very, very excited to be teaching this new program. This has definitely been a work in progress. I basically collected various different scientific and Torah sources, those that I've learned throughout the years through the teachings of various different programs that I have taken myself, that are based on the teachings of the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh, Jewish psychology, Torah Nefesh, and combining that together with other programs of somatic understanding what it feels like to feel our emotions, what it feels like to map our consciousness and our family tree, to really enrich in the whole emotional experience, because as we know, we really do have an obligation to heal. We are in a galut, an exile of the nefesh, of the soul, and we're also in the galut of our da'at, of our knowledge. Our mind is limited. And the program, the Healing Hearts program, is going to teach us how to gain clarity, how to understand the deeper messages of life. Our relationships tell us so much about ourselves. Those unfinished parts, the places within us that were triggered, that the buttons are pushed, those are our weak points. And yet we have so many magnificent, strong points that can serve as springboards for development, catalysts for beams of light. And we're going to be asking a lot of questions. It's a very hands-on, tangible program. We're going to spontaneously leave the academics, and I'm going to just spontaneously tell you all to leave your pens and paper, and we're going to break into a spontaneous, enriching, deep subconscious experience. I'm going to ask you to think about things. I'm going to encourage you to work with a chavruta, with a buddy, so that you can really delve further into it. The whole idea of mentoring with someone who you know that you could be open and honest with will help the transformational and healing experience. And most of all, we're going to learn how we can align our form with that of Hashem, what's called Hashva'at HaTzura, to try to align ourselves with what Hashem had in mind when He thought about us, into creation. And we're going to use various different techniques. We're going to do some somatic work, feeling our feelings in the body, being able to relate to them and talk to them in a language that's not threatening or overwhelming. We're also going to use the beautiful therapy, also based on the Holy Baal Shem Tov, the mirror therapy, and how it could be that you, the other person, my relationships, are showing me something about myself, showing me something about what I need to be repairing within myself. And then we're going to further explore the whole idea of spheras. The word sphera it's really a mode of function. It tells us something about ourselves, because the word sephira is an energy center, comes from the word lisapel, to tell us a story. And the whole idea is for us to understand that there's a level of godliness within every single one of us. There's potential godliness that waits to be uncovered. And we're going to think about the stuck relationships in our lives. And we're going to ask what sphera it's stuck in. We're going to ask where it feels in the body. We're going to recognize that Hashem gave us this infinite body that aligns with this magnificent soul. And we're going to go through the 5 levels of the soul, the 5 levels of awareness that parallel to the 5 spiritual worlds. And we're going to recognize the importance of what we all really are striving to find. What does the soul really want? So it's a level of integrative neshama soul consciousness that also has a lot of weaving through scientific facts, but we need to understand that what we're here to face right now, the relationships, the triggers, the light points in our lives, they each have something to tell us. And we need to know that our soul is motivated by intense thirst. And we're going to be able to delve more into that whole idea of what it thirsts for. And we're going to talk about the soul's experience of tremendous trauma and fright as it left Hashem's protective presence and descended down into this world, and how that is part of the consciousness that every single one of us was born into. We came from such great heights, and that impressionable, fresh memory within ourselves still lies, still triggers us, and still keeps us moving. As we progress through the classes, we're going to explore the major importance of reaching a level of preparing, at least, to forgive, open ourselves up to the forgiving energy space of feeling the place in our body that feels that it has been wronged, and working through that pain and working through the 3 steps of surrender, separate, and sweeten, which are the 3-step growth process, again taught by our Hasidic masters, that will enable us to take that pain. And really what we're supposed to be doing in our lives is we're supposed to take that pain and not wipe it away and not belittle it, but we're supposed to allow there to be a metamorphosis process where what it was in the beginning, it was just raw pain. Now it becomes a actual springboard for becoming a better me. So we have to really sum it up. The Healing Hearts program really is going to teach us a lot about ego self-conscious versus godly consciousness. We're going to go through the importance of remaining silent, of singing when appropriate, and how the power of nigun and singing has such immense healing powers, the whole power of sound energy, sound healing. And then we're going to also get to know our emotions, because we have different shades of emotions. Fear is not always fear. Anger is not always anger. We're going to get to learn the language of our emotions, because each emotion has something magnificent to tell us, and we shouldn't just rush to exit out of it. And of course, all of this is accompanied by meditations, journaling, exercises, chavruta work, and practical work that we do in the class. After the 6-week program, we're going to expand, and I don't believe in just learning something and then just let it stay. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to form, all of us as participants, a Healing Hearts circle that will continue to meet on a almost monthly basis as a sense of support and continuing the work, because I feel like any process needs the continuous learning, expansion, and practical follow-up. So it's a type of program that I guess I wish I could join, but because I have yet to had discovered one, I decided, Hashem, put it in my mind to put together this very, very healing our relationships, healing ourself, healing our relationships, between my higher and lower self and me and another and me and Hashem program. I will tell you that me personally, I have gone through a lot of healing just by preparing the curriculum, putting the ideas together, making it practical for all of us. I am positively certain that every single one of us will say at the end of the 6-week program series that they feel that they have benefited, that they feel that it has taught them something very deep about themselves, and that they will be able to apply it in their everyday lives. So I'm encouraging you to get to know the program. Go on the website or emunaenergy.com on the Healing Hearts program. Visit also the other holistic online courses and programs that are offered there. The Jewish world is catching up, and we're beginning to see more and more as we come closer to the time of Mashiach, how so many of these healing techniques and modalities have so much Torah base in them. And Be'ezrat Hashem, God willing, Healing Hearts is a beautiful stepping stone for those who are just now starting to get to know some of these programs, and a beautiful continuous opening of the heart for those who have already experienced the programs, some of the programs at least firsthand before. So I welcome you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at emunahealenergy@gmail.com. Have a wonderful day.